Kia ora tātou. Every kete tells a story. Now this kete here is the first kete that I was ever given, so it's a very special kete for me. It's made out of harakeke, and harakeke is the plant, flax, that I did a lot of my research on. Now I brought this kete to show you because a lot of my research has used scientific knowledge, the strands of scientific knowledge, along with a really rich strand here which is Māori ecological knowledge. And I've woven those two very different sorts of disciplines together to understand some of our ecological history, and especially the ecological history of harakeke, of flax. So why harakeke? It's because it's one of the most important plants for Māori. It's the most common plant used by weavers, so it holds a very special place in the heart of Māori, and in fact in many of the people in our community. If you look around, you'll see it's everywhere. It's an iconic plant. People really love to use it in restoration, and it brings the birds because of all of the richness of its resources. So harakeke is really key in terms of understanding who we are and our whole cultural landscape. So I went to talk to some of the kuia in particular, and also the karaua from Waikato, from our whānau, about their experiences and observations of harakeke, and also the things that had been handed down to them that they knew about its management. I went to look in documentary archives. There are so many documents out there, old writings that have been put aside, that have an enormous amount of knowledge about ecology, about history, and also written in Māori, so they can be quite difficult for people to access. Whakatauki, ancestral sayings, have a whole wealth of information about harakeke that really hasn't been considered before. So that was one of the most exciting bits, when the whakatauki talk about how the kaka comes to feed from the flax plant. That's something that we don't really see anymore, but it's a beautiful animal-plant relationship that was really common in the past. And putting that kind of knowledge together with what we know about the ecological niche of harakeke, and modelling its distribution across the landscape, and thinking about how that might have changed in response to the Māori use and management of harakeke. Nō reira e te iwi, tēnā koutou, kia ora mō tō koutou manaakitanga kia hau. He mihi nui kia koutou ngā kairāranga o Aotearoa nei, ki ngā kuia, ngā karaua e āwhina mai. He mihi nui hoki ki tōku ake whānau, kia koutou katoa.